Well, we might as well start there. What was your reaction when you saw those? Just get it out of the way. What was your reaction when you saw those awards a couple days ago?
I mean, first of all, props to those guys. I mean, you can't really blame them for getting those awards. It was the coaches who voted for them. But I think we all obviously felt that Graham and Ryan should have got at least one of those awards. But I mean, we can't really do anything about it now. Hopefully, you just get a trophy in Vegas, and that will be that, and not really have to worry about the individual awards. And I think they'll tell you the same thing. They don't really care about that stuff. They just want to win games and go down to Vegas and win the tournament.
Is there a different feeling playing there than playing home games or road games because of, for a lot of teams, what's at stake, but also just because what it means in this, couple games?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I like playing down there in Vegas. It's always a good environment. And our fans always travel so well, even to away games, so they always feel like home games to us. But yeah, I think the teams we're going to be playing do have a little chip on their shoulder, trying to win as many games and trying to get into the tournament automatically. But I mean, we have a chip on our shoulder too at the same time, so we're going to go down there and compete and try and win the whole thing again.
What are some of the things maybe you're talking to guys like Braden or Dusty about, guys maybe that don't have as much of the tournament or one and done kind of game experience here?
Just be themselves, play like they've been playing all year. They've been playing so great for us all year long. No need to change anything up now or be nervous about anything. I mean, they're bigger games. It is March, and that's what people look forward to. I mean, growing up as kids was a dream about playing in March. But I mean, they've been doing so many good things for us all year. Just continue what they're doing and just play confident and play free.
Ben, where's the confidence at right now? For a while there, you had a lot of people really doubting you guys, and you really seemed to put things together of late. Like, where's it at in the locker room right now? How are you guys feeling?
I think we've been confident all year. I mean, just going back to the fall time, preseason stuff, we know the work we put in. And, we lost a couple games that we thought we should have won, but we never lost that confidence or that swag that we play with. It's just kind of all clicking now, but I don't think we've even reached our full potential yet, which I think is a scary thing for other teams. I think we can still get better in different aspects of the game. That's what this week's kind of about, kind of working on ourselves. The last 2 days has been working on ourselves, trying to better us, and then get the scouts going these next couple of days. But right now, we're super confident heading to Vegas.
You certainly it's right before the Kentucky game, certainly the Kentucky game started playing better basketball. Mm-hmm. What changed over the last 10 games? Was it just a combination of all this time together and finally figuring it out, or was there something, did you do something?
We didn't really do anything differently. We kind of had the same approach every week. Not switching anything up. Staying with the same game plan. We knew it was gonna work. I mean, we were all getting used to playing with each other and stuff. I mean, what do we have? 2 starters back from last year. So I mean, it's gonna take time for that stuff to happen. And it just clicked, and I think it did click at that Kentucky game. And then ever since then, we're kind of been on a roll, and I think it's gonna keep going forward.
For you personally, confidence-wise, Coach V, we've heard talk about you might get down on yourself after a shot. How have you been able to stay mentally locked in, especially now as a starter and the team's been much more efficient on offense?
Yeah, that is something I've been struggling with. Just my time here. I mean, I don't take a lot of shots, so the ones I do shoot, I want to expect myself to make them. So when I do miss them, I do kind of get down on myself. But I'm working on that. That's just kind of the mental side of things. I've been, taking that part very seriously about my game. I'm not getting too down on myself, kind of staying even keeled. Just trying to keep making those winning plays, those effort plays, I guess, extra possessions or anything like that. Just anything to help us win the game.
How do you think Dusty has handled the kind of the emotional roller coaster? I mean, he went from being out of the starting lineup 2 days before the season to in it to back out of it. So it could be a lot to handle for a freshman playing his first games.
Definitely is, but I haven't seen anything change in him. I mean, it definitely is hard for a freshman to kind of go on that roller coaster, like you said. But he's a professional. He's taken everything that's been thrown at him and worked his butt off every day and just trying to do what's asked of him. I can't imagine the pressure that's on him as a freshman. I didn't have anything close to that when I was that young. So it's just big time what he's been able to do, and I think he's gonna have a big March for us.
Ben, you got guys playing in this tournament who've never played in the tournament. You were in that role a few years ago. Was there a senior or a junior or an upperclassman that gave you some advice that maybe you could share with the freshmen that haven't played in this that helped you?
It's kind of the same thing, like I said. It's the same. We're just playing basketball at the end of the day. Win or go home. But if we play with that mentality that we're just not trying to lose, I think that's where things can go wrong for us. So just playing with that same confidence we've been playing with all year, and those younger guys, I think they understand that. And I think Drew was a big piece of that for me last year. You know, just telling me to stay confident, to keep playing my game, don't try and switch anything up or just be anything different. And I think that's what I'm going to try and tell these young guys, and just try and play it themselves.
You played everybody twice, but you don't know who you play until 24 hours. Is there anything that hasn't happened in a long time, maybe since Hawaii? Is that a difficult thing to do where you don't know who you're going to play until hours before?
Yeah, it is difficult, but I think this week is big for us. Like I said, just working on ourselves, trying to get better just as our team, and not really worrying about a scout. I feel like in regular season, you're always scouting someone, not really having that time to just kind of dig in on yourselves. And so this week has been big time for us, but it is difficult. But our coaches do such a good job of, giving us scouts. And like you said, we played them all 2 times, so it's kind of easier to get those scouts going quicker and with a quick turnaround.
Then this tournament obviously means a lot. You can get that automatic bid by winning it, but seeding wise, a championship out there would certainly do you guys wonders. Has there been discussion amongst you guys about the importance of this year's tournament?
I mean, we all kind of know, but there's not much being said about it. I think just the big message is just go down there and win the tournament, and then everything will take care of itself type of deal. So we're not looking ahead to March Madness or anything. We're just worried about first game on Monday, and then win that, and then worry about the championship on Tuesday, and then like I said, we'll be automatic bid. Won't have to worry about bubble watch or anything like that.
And with all the, let's say, doubts like early on in the season, and then you throw in the awards, the conference awards. Could this be, I guess, a opportunity for you guys to really make a statement out there?
I think it is going to be for sure. I mean, the chip on our shoulder only got bigger, and we've heard all the doubters all year. Especially in the preseason, everybody was hating on us, and especially with these awards just coming out, I think some guys will have a little bigger chip on their shoulder. But it's just all fuel to the fire. We want to win it regardless of what the situation was and what's happened this year. That's always the main goal at the end of the year. So that's just the focus right now.
You had some main guys like Ryan, Nolan, even Graham had some down games. Real adversity at the start of the year. How did those guys get through? What did you see watching them, or how'd they get through it to the other side?
I think it's just a confidence piece. I mean, we all know we're here for a reason. This is a super high level of basketball, and we know why we're here, what it took to get us here. And just not trying to switch anything up. I mean, everybody's going to have down games. I've had my fair share. So just being consistent with the work, and that's what these guys do. They love being in the gym. They're always in here. And so they know they're going to bounce back next game, and we try and give them as much confidence as possible if they do have a down game to bounce back, and they know that we have their backs for sure.
What did Kentucky do for you guys? It's been different since then.
It just shows that we can win those big games. I mean, we kind of let some of those slip by in the past. And just being able to pull that out, especially in that type of environment, is big time for us. If we're winning games there, we can. I think we can beat anybody in the country. So just a big time confidence booster for us.
Heard Nolan sort of be some of a coach on the sideline with younger guys, helping them out just based on his own mistakes in the past. Just what have you seen from Nolan? Has he imparted wisdom on younger guys? What do you think that says about him?
Big time growth. I mean, I think that's something he struggled with. If he'd had a down game in the past, he'd kind of get down on himself and kind of shut down a little bit. And this year it's been a total flip. I mean, if he has a bad game, he's in the gym the next day trying to work on it and not pouting or anything like that. And I think the younger guys are seeing that and kind of seeing how he's approaching that stuff. And I mean, his games are speaking for himself right now. He's playing at a super high level, and I think that's going to keep going.
You mentioned the week that you guys get to kind of take a step back here, but as a player, do you like that? I mean, obviously you want the bye, but you guys are rolling. Do you like that kind of break a little bit, or is it more like, hey, I want to keep this momentum going here?
Yeah, I mean, it is nice to have that momentum going. Having 2 games every week, that is nice, especially when you're winning those games. But I think it's only going to help us. I think we had the momentum, and now we're getting to work on ourselves and get better. I think that's going to be really big for us, and we're going to be better heading into Vegas.